Hello everyone, welcome to our video tutorial again today. Today we want to talk about resolution. So what is resolution to us? Why is everybody talking about the resolution of my camera must be high before I can have a good shoot and stuff? Let's look into it today. Resolution in definition means the graphical details of any image printed in your camera. The graphical details of any image printed in your camera. Now, resolution of your camera would determine how well you are going to see the details of whatever you have printed in your camera. Now, it is the resolution that determines the clarity, the strength of whatever you are printing in front of your camera. Now, I remember many years back when some cameras that are video cameras came into Nigeria, we were shooting in resolution as low as 576 360 resolution, which is very low to 1K resolution. Now, in this type of resolution, we discover that when people wear costumes, when they wear clothes and come before the camera, most especially when the cloth is very dirty, you will realize that a resolution of camera like that will not notice the dirt in the clothes they are wearing, because the resolution of such camera cannot explain the details of what the costume look like, because the resolution is very low. Now, but recently, when higher version cameras, higher resolution cameras came on board, we realized that if someone is wearing any cloth and there is a tiny dirt on that cloth, or there is a squeezing on that cloth, it is very noticeable, because the resolution of the camera these days are higher. Now, how does this thing work? That is what I want to explain to you. Now, resolutions are graphical lines of a camera. Graphical lines of a camera. Many of us, when we were in the secondary school, we have passed through mathematics where we study graphs, drawing of graphs. And you remember that in drawing of graphs, we have y-axis and x-axis lines. Y-axis and x-axis line. This is the same way how resolution works in camera. All resolution has y-axis line and x-axis. Just like the frame you are seeing right in front of me, I have an horizontal line of frame and I have a vertical line of frame. All these, there are lines that are built in it. These lines and the intersection of the y-axis and the x-axis forms the image that you are seeing on your screen. Now, the number of the y-axis and the number of the x-axis intersection will determine the details of things you are going to see right as you are seeing me. Now, this y-axis and the x-axis in the cameras of the olden days that have 570 360 resolution has very minimal lines of y-axis and x-axis. So the intersection of those lines were very little. There were not many intersections of lines. And for this reason, some details are lost in those cameras. But when the camera improves, intersections of lines becomes very many. Imagine you have a millions of lines in the shots that you are seeing right now. Millions of y-axis, millions of x-axis. You will realize that there will be many intersections of lines in such millions. And for that reason, you can see at the minute details of whatever you are printing in front of your camera. And that is what brought us to the resolution increasing from 576 360 to 720 to 576. From 720 to 576, it increases to 1080 by 720. And then we have 1280 by 1080. And then we have 1920 by 1080, and then we have 2540 by 1920, and then we have 38, and then we have 38,000 plus, and then we have 45,000 plus, like that. And then all these resolutions are what forms what we are now referring to as 2K resolution, 2.5K resolution today, 4K resolution, 6K resolution, or 8K resolution that we all mentioned today. The higher the resolution, the more the graphical lines of y-axis and x-axis that is formed in your camera. And when you have more lines formed as y-axis and x-axis in your camera, you will have more intersection, which will also give more details of whatever you are putting in front of your camera. This is how resolution works in your camera. So if you are working with any camera and that camera is having a low resolution value and also having a high resolution value, you can choose a high resolution value if you want to see very many details of what you are printing in front of your camera. But mind you, I will tell you the disadvantage of using a high resolution. What is this disadvantage of using a high resolution camera? You will need a lot of storage sizes. You will need a lot of storage sizes. If you are a producer that cannot afford a very large file of storage device, if you cannot afford a very large size of storage device, then you will not be able to choose a high resolution camera for your shoots. For example, if you are shooting on 4K, you might need more than 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte of hard drive to save your files. If you are shooting on 6K, that means the higher number of terabyte that you will need will be more than what you needed for shooting on 4K. If you are shooting on 8K, it means that the higher version of terabytes you will need will be more than the one you are using for 4K or 6K resolution. But of course, you know, if you are shooting on 1920 1080i, you know you are choosing a very lower version of storage facility to store your video. This is just a demerit of when you are choosing a higher resolution camera, or you are choosing a higher resolution part of your camera in shooting your movie. Thank you for watching our video tutorial today. God bless you. MEFA is organizing a 3-day crash course in cinematography, 27, 28, and 29 in May, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. every day. A complete crash course in cinematography. Be part of this training. God bless you.